Today we are embarking on a journey through the animal kingdom, exploring major animal phyla from simple sponges to complex humans. Let's discover the diverse creatures that inhabit our planet on Taxonomy Tuesday. So in the animal kingdom there are a lot of phyla. Let's start with what an animal is. It is a multicellular creature that can move on its own and that has to eat to survive. This looks a bit difficult, so let's simplify to the major 9. Let's start with are porifera. They have no real tissues or organs and they filter water for food. They live in the ocean. This is your basic sponge. There are a lot of different types, but most of them are recognizable as just a sponge. Let's continue to Cnidaria. They're soft-bodied and have stinging cells. They're radially symmetric, which means they are symmetric on a point instead of on a line. I can explain this in a different video if you want. This is your jellyfish, but also corals and anemones. Now, platyhelminthes. Let's get a bit more complex. They're very thin and have simple organs and have bilateral symmetry. They're also called the flatworms, which you can easily see here. A bit more complex is gonna be the mollusks. They're soft-bodied, often a shell, have a muscular foot for movement. Now, these are your squids, your clams, your snails, all of those things. But we don't only have mollusks in this small group. Something that looks maybe not too similar, but is very related, are the annelids, but they have a segmented body, true organs and a closed circulatory system, which means they can pump blood around their body. These are your earthworms and your bobbworms and such, very simple animals. Now, annelids are not the only worms. We also have nematodes. These have an unsegmented body that is smooth and they have a complete digestive tract. Now, these are the parasitic worms mostly. A lot of them live in the soil as well. They're very cool. I can make a video about them if you want. Now, very related to the nematodes are the arthropods. They have an exoskeleton, jointed legs, a segmented body, and they're the largest animal group. They're also my favorite animal group. So, what do they look like? Well, they're your crabs, they're your insects, they're your spiders, they're your centipedes, they're your millipedes. They are very, very diverse. I will make a video about this, even if you don't want it. Now, let's go into the group where the anus develops first instead of the mouth. Because from platyhelminthes all the way up to arthropods, the mouth develops first. Let's talk about echinoderms, literally meaning spiny skin. They only live in the ocean and they move with a water pressure system in their body. These are your starfish, your urchin, even your sea cucumbers. But that's not the only one in this group. You also have the chordates. They have a backbone or a notochord, a nerve cord, and a tail at some stage. These are pretty easy to recognize. They're your little fish, but they're also your humans. All of the vertebrates belong in this category, so your birds, your reptiles, your amphibians, all of them are in this category, even your fish. So, try to remember all 9. Porifera, Cnidaria, platyhelminthes, mollusks, annelids, nematodes, arthropods, echinoderms, and chordates. Let's test your knowledge. What phylum do you think this one is? It has radial symmetry, but it looks different than a starfish. Well, it's still part of the same phylum. It's an echinoderm. It's actually a feather star. I think they're very beautiful, and they're also one of the only echinoderms that can swim through the water. Now, what does this look like? This definitely looks like a sponge, right? I'll give you a second to think. Well, no, this is actually a chordate. This specific one only has a chorda in its larval stage, when it's still like a little baby, and then it settles down on the bottom of the ocean to filter feed, just like our porifera. So that's why it looks a lot like a sponge. Now, for the last one, I'll give you an easy one. What is this? You see the little lines on its body, and it is a worm. This takes out a lot of competition. Now what is the shape? Is it flat or is it round? This is indeed an annelid. What is this one? Put it into the comments if you know the answer. In my next video, I'll dive deeper into a specific phylum. Write in the comments which one you want me to start with.